Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Boston College's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Line getting set on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field. And
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
And when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical third down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Plucks it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses, wasted drive.
Turning it on. Got the first down and still on his feet. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Red Raiders will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Collins. Going deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Red Raiders are on the move. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To the ground with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pocket breaking down. Blasted as he lets it go. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for space. It's Joyner. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they did.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the right, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. USC is currently ahead early in this one inside the Coliseum. And unlike the days of Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart, they just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Fresno State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Boston College will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Going right to work up top. He'll heave it deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Out of the gun to give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Looking to throw, it's Collins. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That pass is incomplete. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Sends it downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback running on the draw. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Collins. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this off. Find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times, he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snagged in the middle. It's Eakin. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this 1st half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, God.
Brings him to the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Pulls it in. Makes the grab, and a nice gain gets it to the 35.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great, but I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be open.
Just steamrolling the defense. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun to give, looking for room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Caught in the backfield. It's Bolden. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Red Raiders are marching down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Fights off a defender. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. He's going to take off. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The hand to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Red Raiders didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for space. It's Joyner. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing